Hello, everyone. Welcome or welcome back to the Venusian Light Tarot. So today we are here to do a specific message for a specific group of people in the collective. So if this reading pops up randomly, if you feel pulled to it in any kind of way, to the title or to the thumbnail, then this could resonate with you. But just take what resonates. Of course, this will not be for everyone. And I'm going to talk about what I channeled here for this specific message, and then we'll pull some more cards and go from there. So I do want to say before we start with this reading, this is really specific. This is an extremely specific message. So this is most definitely not going to be for everyone. And I'll try to, get some extra confirmations just to ensure that you have as much clarity if this is going to resonate with you. So this is about a love situation, and it's a very specific one. So before we get into the details of it, I just want to say how you might know or how you will know that this is going to resonate with you. So, and I want to definitely channel more to even why this is coming through, because this doesn't typically come up that often when I channel messages. So when I first tapped into this, I was being shown someone with like a lot of fog and smoke around their head. And I was hearing, I can only go so far. And they were showing me like a wheel that was trying to turn, but we could only turn this wheel like halfway. And I kept hearing, I can only turn so much. I can only do so much. And there was these like question marks and this sense of withheld communication. And again, this is very specific. This is going to be for someone that there is a mystery right now with a specific person that you are seeming to have just cut off communication with. This is not someone from like years ago. This is either one of two groups. Either this is someone that you recently, like the last few months or so from when you found this, maybe you've had an interaction, a connection with this person. I'm not sure what kind of connection, or this is a partner you were with for a while. I'm not sure. But there was a connection here that somehow is now in a state of confusion and limbo and withheld communication. If you are in contact with this person, it may be a sporadic, or it's someone who they feel like they can only turn this so far right now. And we'll get into that here. But for the most part, this feels like someone who may have ghosted you, or or you ghosted them, or there's just something about like, I was hearing like a loud tension in the air. And the way that you'll know, I kept hearing, was that there's a mystery and there is a sense of you've only scratched the surface. So for most of you, this feels like a new situation that feels like there's like a feeling of slamming on the brakes or someone pulled back. For a couple of you, I was hearing back in touch. So maybe for a few of you, this is someone that you just got back in touch with already, or this is someone who wants to get back in touch with you, which we'll see what else comes up. But that's how you'll know if this is going to resonate with you. So this person, it's almost like their higher self wanted you to see this reading to explain something here. And we'll get into why that is coming through, because I don't really even know the reason it's coming up completely. But there's a lot of circling thoughts that this person has been having about you. And there's also like a lot of fantasy here. That's also how you'll know. Again, someone that you had an interaction with recently, or you're back in touch already, and there's a feeling of fantasy surrounding what could be or what could have been or whatever has happened here. So clearly this is somebody who wants to communicate to you that they can only go so far. And this is seeming to be what has happened here, what they want to like get across to you. There's a lot of like, we have the throat chakra, and I couldn't fit all the cards on the table here, but we also had the heart chakra. We had also the root chakra, and then we had this card about the fear. And then we also had indecision, the Two of Swords, the Ten of Wands. So again, there's like a lot of overwhelm. For whatever reason, this is a person, they could be a fire sign, by the way, they don't have to be, but I was also getting strong Taurus and Aquarius placements, but either for you or for them. But it feels like this is somebody who They seem to want to explain to you what has happened here or why they had to pull back. For some of you, you maybe have been waiting for this person, or they sense that you were waiting. There's a lot of confusion here with this all is not what it seems, and this card over here as well. Let's just kind of jump into it here, because I don't know what else wants to come through, but the last thing I was getting here was the word curious, and they were showing me like a candle that you represent to this person. And there's a feeling of being really pulled to you, possibly pulled back to you. Again, recently, not from years ago. I don't want any confusion about for who this reading is for, to cause any, false hope or anything like that. But this is someone who you feel the pull from them here recently. You feel this pull, and there's this, again, feeling of, I feel like they're almost like wanting to explain something or get this off their chest somehow. But I do feel like this person maybe is struggling to reach to your level, or they're struggling when it comes to something that's tying them up. I was hearing the word unhealed. But yeah, with the candle, I was seeing there's a feeling of like a candle that you represent to them. It's like they're drawn to you like a moth to a flame. And I was hearing the word curious. I was also hearing the song Love Bites. I think it's Def Leppard. And the part in the song, something about, I don't want to touch you too much because it might drive me crazy. Something, I'll have to look up the lyrics, but I was hearing that as well. So there's a feeling of like a polar or a conflicting energy with this individual here, when being pulled to you, but then also wanting to explain why the connection can't proceed for some reason, or why they can't express more to you. So that's who this message is for. So let's go ahead and just get into it and see here if that kind of sounds like it could be your situation. What else do you want to say here, Spirit? Yeah, for a lot of you, Spirit's confirming this could be how you'll know as well. I'm seeing that you may have either poured a lot into this person that was either unreciprocated in a way that they couldn't give. Again, they're saying, I can only go so far. So whether it's wounds that they've had, whether it's a situation around them as well, you may have like really poured into them, or you may have at least expressed your interest. And this person is wanting to say that they couldn't reciprocate that. And I keep seeing this person with like this fog around their head. So let's try to dig deeper into why this is even coming up, this reading, because it feels like with this moon and the Seven of Cups and the overwhelmed, it feels like this person has been in hiding or in confusion. For the most part, I feel like this is somebody who has a bit of a blocked heart, and that could be what they want to communicate here too as well. There's like a blocked heart chakra. We had the heart chakra, the crown chakra, the throat chakra. So they might be working through a lot right now. And that might be a part of the reason they're coming through. They keep wanting to say their gas tank is empty. They don't have much to give. If this person did ghost you recently, but you felt like you obviously had a significant connection here, or they may want to give you some clarity in this reading or some closure, as to why things dropped off or why they slammed on the brakes. It is this overwhelming feeling that they are still working through. And it could also be for someone specific too. This message could be reaching you because I was hearing that back in touch. Maybe they are wondering whether they should get back in touch with you, or there's a limbo as to whether or not they want to. Before I get into some more details, Spirit, could you just why is this reading coming up? I'm not sure what the point. Why is this reading coming through today for the viewer? What do you most want them to understand about this? Again, I'm seeing someone like passing a potato back and forth, like a hot potato. So why do you want the viewer to know about this information today? Why is this coming through? So for a lot of you, the reason this is coming through is to say that for a lot of you, there is going to be more movement here at some point, because I keep seeing this Wheel of Fortune cut in half, and it's almost like there's more to come. So maybe this is like a bit of a preparation to say that there is more to come with this situation. Yeah, I'm hearing only scratching the surface. And there's a frustration in this though, where I'm having trouble like getting deeper into it, because that's how it feels. It feels like something is floating on the surface. But I think Spirit wants you to know that there are a lot of thoughts being exchanged between the two of you. This is something that is mutual, or it was mutual when you met, and someone needs to hear that. And you may have met this person at a time that was not the right time. I'm hearing it would not have been favorable. And it seems like this person may or may not have told you the reasons why this is. That could be where, I feel like for a lot of you, you don't really know this person very well, or there's a lot of unanswered questions here. So this might be something very new. And I think in the case that this is someone who already returned to your life recently, maybe there's a lot of gaps that have not been filled in since that time. But for a lot of you, this is the first scenario. And there's a feeling of, there's just a frustrating loop. I just keep seeing things floating around and we can't land anywhere. But I think Spirit wants you to know that the timing of this was off, and maybe that's the point of the message. I just heard the name Alexis. Like I said in the beginning, I think this person wants to almost send you a message. I'm hearing through the void space. They want to almost send you an explanation that they can't physically say to you, or that they don't have the courage to do so, or whatever is holding them back. And they almost want to like drop this message to someone to say that there's more than meets the eye to the confusion in this. And there's also a reason for their delay. There's maybe there is a reason that they may have ghosted you as well. And they seem to want to communicate this to you in a way that they can't actually reach you right now, or they're not capable of it somehow. And for someone very specific, maybe for only a couple of people, this person could have something around them right now that is a little bit toxic, or they're trying to separate from something or someone that is interfering in the situation that you don't know about maybe. But for others of you, it's more of unhealed wounds that they seem to want to communicate that this is what's holding them back. And I'm hearing that there's something about you that they're really pulled to. They seem to want to talk about that. They're really pulled to something about you. And with this King of Wands looking at the door to romance, it feels like that's this candle or this flame that they do feel for you. And let's pull a few more cards and see what else. So what else, Spirit, do you want to say about this whole thing? Yeah, I'm hearing the word pondering. And here we have this woman, again, a lot of thoughts. I don't know if I can show that on YouTube, but a lot of thoughts circling. That seems to be the topic here. And I feel like I'm circling a bit too. So it feels like I'm hearing, is this real? Is this pull real? And I actually did write that down to a pull. So some of you are feeling a pull. That's also how you'll know. Yeah, this man looks a bit smug here. There's a feeling of withholding. And it's like a little annoying or frustrating. Like, why is this person withholding, or why are they even here? And it feels like there's a sense of, this is someone who they're like intentionally withholding right now. Tell me a little bit more, Spirit. But they keep coming through. It's almost a strange energy, because it's like they don't want to openly say it or openly admit it, but there's this like in the background, they want to communicate how pulled they are to you, but they're almost like battling two sides of themselves, or they're battling this outward appearance or this outward situation along with the other side of it, which is being pulled to you. They could have Scorpio on their chart. They don't have to, but with the Scorpion here too, there's this feeling of an intensity to this. Here we have woman holding a heart and the storm warning. At the bottom, I'm seeing we have the man holding a heart and anxiety. Yeah, I'm hearing starting and stopping. So this is very clear, specific situation. There's been a starting and there's been a stopping. There's been a push and there's been a pull. And this person does struggle a bit also with their ego. And for some of you, there's also this impending, I don't know if I would call it a warning, but there's an impending message here that might want to be sent, or there's a reason that they want to communicate in this reading. Do we have 10-10 here too? Like, should I come forward, or should this take flight? Should we make this something more? And this person might be sitting on the fence with that right now, and that could be also maybe a bit of a prediction to what's to come, or what they want to almost. It's a weird kind of energy, because it's like they almost want something from you in this reading, to receive this and then telepathically communicate to them how you feel, if that makes sense. We have intuition and friendship here. So yeah, for a lot of you, this is definitely something more that has not developed, I think, for most of you. Something that we haven't really gone too deep, or it's not someone that you know very well. And I'm hearing you've opened my heart and you've opened my mind. So this person wants you to know that you've opened the door somehow for their heart. You've opened their mind. But there's definitely a stubbornness here. Yeah, we have wait. The timing is not quite right. We also have addiction here. So it doesn't have to be an addiction. It could be anything that is unhealthy. I did write that down too here. Unhealed wounds. I can only go so far. So yeah, let's look into that. I can only go so far. What is that talking about here? And the way he's holding those books too, like he has more information, or this person has more to say, or they have more feelings. But what is this about? They can only go so far. We have release and leap of faith. What does this mean here, Spirit? I can only go so far. Ace of Swords. The Queen of Swords. Three of Swords, the Four of Swords. Seven of Swords reversed, the Chariot. At the bottom, we have the Emperor reversed and the Two of Cups reversed. I'm hearing there are stories I have not let go of yet. Yeah, so I really just think this is someone who wants to say that, yeah, Four of Swords and the Temperance. This is someone who wants to tell you from their higher self why they've had to pull back, but it's not about you, or it's something to do with them wanting to say to you directly that there's some guards here that they're working through. See this like smug face here too, almost in a way. It's like they're holding back their emotions, and they want to say that their thoughts of you have been increasing. Their thoughts of you have been circling a lot. But there are certain stories from their past or personal situations that they have not been able to let go of. And they feel like they need time to sort that out. And for someone specific, with this card over here too, with the faces and the moon, you may have even triggered this person in a way to look within themselves and to also look at their past. Anything else you want to say here, Spirit? I am going to do an extended, and we're going to see a bit more about this person. Again, I know this is a very specific message, but we'll see a bit more to what this person, like why, what they want to, what they feel for you, why they're coming through here in the extended, and maybe what to expect in this situation. Because I feel like this is coming out for a reason. And I think it does have something to do with more to come in this situation. Tell us a little bit more, Spirit. What does the viewer need to know about this? I'm hearing keep where you are, or keep shining where you are. Yeah, self-care. So for a lot of you, wherever you find yourself in this situation, Spirit's showing that you are exactly where you need to be. If you have pulled away from this, if you have, with the butterfly here, there's something about you that's a catalyst. And I feel like you've been a catalyst for this person too. This reminds me of a reading I posted, probably was like a month or two now ago, about someone being consumed by your energy. It's very similar. I do feel like this is something that can be leading to a union for a lot of you. With the Temperance here, it feels like it's a soulmate kind of connection, or it's something that, with the Scorpion, it's reminding me almost with the healing here of like an anti-venom, or you are acting that way for this person, but they're also working on themselves right now. They're trying to heal something. They want you to know that. And they want to say that, yeah, as I wrote down, I can only go so far. They just want you to understand that, or they want you to understand why. Because maybe for some of you, you do feel like this character here, or you feel like this disappointed you, or you've been waiting for this, or Spirit's actually stepping in to say both of you. And I'm looking at that Scorpion again and the healing. So you both actually have been learning a lot from each other. You both are benefiting from this interaction or this connection. Yeah, here it is. Let me get just a couple more cards, and then we'll get some confirmations at the end. Anything else, Spirit, you want to say about this specific message? I'm hearing read between the lines, and they want you as the viewer to try to read between the lines, and not just, it's kind of like in both a positive way, but also in a way to be aware of this person's limitations. There's something about not taking everything that you see from them at face value in an overly like a positive way, but also a feeling of looking at their limitations as well. Yeah, so this is a past life connection. I'm beginning to understand that now. So someone's beginning to understand that, and you could be as well. This is definitely a past life connection that they are coming through as a Scorpion and you're coming through as the butterfly. Yeah, the lightning portal. It may have been very sudden. You also might meet again very suddenly. And Spirit's really confirming here. There are red flags though. But what I was going to say with the Temperance card is I do feel it's a bit of an interesting dynamic here, because at the same time, what I was going to say too is about this card, actually about the healing with the Temperance, like you're both helping to heal each other. But there are things to be alert about when it comes to where this person is presently at. And I think that's what they just want the viewer to understand, that they're maybe not in a good space here, or they're not in the right space with this familiar bond. You definitely have a soul connection with this person. And a lot of you had just met them very randomly or spontaneously recently. And Okay, any final message here, Spirit? What else does the viewer need to know about this, please? Yeah, they keep wanting to say to focus on you right now. Just focus on you. Utilize your charm and skills. This could be in other areas of life. This could be in work. This could be things like that. But we have the rabbit. Time is running out. This just flew out and then kind of flew back in. A confession of feelings is near. So that's what I wrote down with the back in touch. So good news is on the way. Let's get one final card for like, what can the viewer expect moving forward here? Like what's, yeah, definitely past life love for a lot of you. What can the viewer expect moving forward with this situation? What's the summary of why it's coming through? I'm hearing intentional purposes. You've met for an intentional purpose. We have time apart and obsession. Let me get one more from the tarot. What can the viewer expect with this moving forward? Yeah, I feel like there's almost like a little bit of a secretive feeling here, which I feel is connected to why you met in the Temperance card, where a lot of the answers are not going to be revealed about where exactly this is going, because it feels like it's supposed to be here for a reason. Yeah, the Devil reversed, the Six of Cups in reversed, with the Ace of Cups reversed and the Judgment reversed at the bottom. And the obsession here could be more so connected to, it could be between the two of you, or there could be a lot of thoughts here that are a bit restless. But I also feel like it's connected something with that Scorpion, like the past though, for one or for both of you. And there's something about that wheel that can only turn so much that Yeah, Spirit showed me this person's very resistant, or they've been in a resistant, like they're kind of showing me they are still working through something of the past. And it's almost like they're trying to, it's like someone who's trying to go against like the wind in the opposite direction. Like they're going the wrong way, but they're still either stuck there or they're just working through some things. But it's almost like there's some resistance that they're struggling with. There's some ego or pride or various things here that feels like that's where this person is at right now. And with that Nine of Wands, yeah, it feels like there's resistance. Yeah, they're unsure, restless. Projecting. Yeah, it's just, I'm here, I don't understand, or I haven't been able to understand. And that's kind of what something with this mask or these faces, like they've been struggling when it comes to overwhelm, like projecting their own stories onto you, or maybe they've had this issue in the past as well. So there's just a lot to pick apart here. There's a lot going on. And this is why they slammed on the brakes. They could be a little bit of a confused and emotional, or you could be one of these more than the other. They could be more confused. You could be more emotional. But yeah, let's get some confirmations, and then we'll go deeper in the extended to see more about this person specifically. And I just think for you, that's kind of just something that would confirm maybe a situation for you right now and why this person is coming through. But what are some confirmations for how the viewer will know if this reading is going to be for them? Again, you've been feeling a pull, and I'm getting specifically like in the stomach, in the solar plexus, in the sacral chakra maybe. And as I'm talking here, I'm getting like an ache in my like mid to upper back. So there's a body sensation. Maybe you're feeling actual like aches in your body when it comes to this person, or they're having that, but you're also feeling a pull to this person, or you're feeling their energy. How would the viewer know that this reading is for them? Again, I'm hearing the name Alexis. Could be a similar name as that as well. Someone could love to cook, or I'm just seeing, it looks like the other person, whoever you're connecting to, is standing in the kitchen and cooking for some reason. So maybe that's a confirmation for someone. Someone could like baseball, or they could be a baseball player. Something about a hot tub. Again, you felt there's a tension that's very noticeable right now. There's a frustration in the silence. There's a tension in the silence, and it's very like palpable. You feel like there's a potential here, but again, it's like it hasn't been opened fully, or you can't seem to like open this person up, or they're not opening to you. There's a frustration for sure. You feel like this person is very attractive. You're very attracted to them. They may have also said that to you, or you just know that they're very attracted to you as well. Something about perfume or scents. I'm hearing rose. Someone's name could be Rose, or there's something about the scent of roses. Someone could have a dog that they spend a lot of time with. Yeah, and a lot of you, they're almost underlining this, that this is one of the strongest confirmations, is that you have a little bit of a sneaky suspicion of this person. Whether it's something, because I'm not really getting this as a bad situation. There is some red flags here, and we'll see a bit more in the extended, but I feel like the way that you'll also know is that there's something that you feel is a little bit off, or you're not quite sure about this person, or you're not sure what they're up to, or you're not sure if you can trust them. Someone could be from Canada, and these don't have to resonate. They can just be extra confirmations for somebody. Something about a dishwasher. Maybe someone's running their dishwasher right now or loading that. Someone could be an artist. And again, I'm just seeing like so much tension around communication. That's like the strongest thing here. There's an abrupt ending of communication, or a lot of tension surrounding communicating. Okay, so I will go over to the extended now. I hope that this very specific reading could reach whoever it was meant for. If you did resonate with it, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and I will have the links down below. And I'll talk to you all in the next reading. Take care and lots of love.